Hello, welcome to Judy Has Plans. If you're new here, I am Judy and I live in Germany. We are here supporting the military and we've been here 14 years and enjoying our time here. It's actually a very glorious day in Germany today. The sun is out. I'm just ecstatic. I'm like, the sun's out. So yeah, it has been so gray for days on end. I really needed to see the sun this afternoon. But on to what we're doing today. We are doing, finally, I know, the month is almost over, and it's, with being gone the first 2 weeks in a short month, it has just escaped me. But I'm finally getting my January memories put in, and my February currently, which is okay because I really don't fill it out until kind of the end of the month. So it's okay, but I wanted to get this done. I wanted to get this done because now I got to get started on March. So it's getting done today. So enough of that. Have all my currently books here. I have some memory stickers that I printed out on my Cricut. So I printed out pictures. I did get that done last night. These are pictures of memories from January, and I use a little Canon Ivy just to print these. They come out this little size. It's a great size, and so I'm just going to put those down for the memories, and we'll kind of talk about it as I go through. So I'm going to pull this page off. This will be, ooh, I got stuff coming out of my planner. All right, I'm going to set this off to the side over here for a minute. Hopefully it doesn't cause an avalanche because it's looking a little precarious over there. In other words, I need to get my act together and clean my desk. All right, so apparently, somehow, I knew I had lots of pictures to take, and I printed this quite small. So, it's going to work. Not sure why in my brain I decided to do that so small, but we're going to go with it. All right, and I think this January needs to go a little straighter. So let's see if I can get this up. Hasn't been down very long. Let's see if it'll cooperate with me. There it goes. Okay. I mean, it's kind of bouncy, but okay. There it goes. All right, so I'm done with that one. That one can go off to that way. And let's talk about memories for January. Okay, so we started January off very snowy. It rained or snowed like the first couple of days. I think it started snowing the evening of New Year's Day and then kept on sputtering for a few days. So this was pictures of our sidewalk that I took like January 2nd, I think. Okay, and then let's kind of lay these out. After that, the first week of January, my Empty Nesters group did a English tea at a words. It's a little, they run it as a bed and breakfast, but they also do teas for groups, so you can book it for a group. So that was what we did, just to kind of start the new year. That happened in the first week of, let's see, I might trim this one up. It happened in the first week of January. And then at the middle of January, my Women Who Wine group had our monthly wine tasting at a wine lounge over here called Maxim's. So that's what I'm going to put down. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see this. This was at the bed and breakfast, and this village was so pretty. And of course, it had snowed the day before, so the background with the snowy garden behind it was just gorgeous. And these are a couple guys that run it. They are British, and they are quite funny. They're a couple of characters. One more so than the other, but his partner is kind of just... he's the dry sense of humor, and the other one is really out there and outgoing and likes to entertain. Together they are a hoot. Because the entertainer just keeps on going, and the other one just kind of stands in the background giving him eyeball looks. So it's quite funny. But they had probably 5 kinds of tea we could pick from. And they had homemade scones and clotted cream and homemade preserves. So wonderful, so yummy, and just a good afternoon just to hang out with my girls and chit chat. We all tried to wear something floral for our tea. I'm thinking maybe it would bring on the early spring, but yeah, no. Didn't work that way. Nice thought, but... Okay, so that's my Empty Nesters group, and I do a lot of things with them. And then the other group that one of the other groups that I'm involved in is our Women Who Wine group here. And we do a lot of wine tastings and wine adventures, wine hikes. We go visit some of the vineyards in the area. The area of Germany we live in is southwest Germany. And so we are in between, we're in between the Mosel and the Rhine in that area. So there's a lot of wine in this area. It is the German wine region. And so we take advantage of the fact that we have all of this knowledge and fun activities at our disposal. And so we try to plan outings for the ladies. Okay, so that is my January memories page. And I will add a few things to it. So when you see the post on Instagram, see what you see differently. Actually, I can kind of do some of it. Let's see if we've got some little January. We've got snowflakes. That would work. And we've got a mug. It looks more like coffee, but we'll take it. And I have lots more pictures that will actually go in a memory book that I keep. But this, I like to keep just a few pictures in the back of my Catchall planner, just at the back of each month to remind me that I had a good month. And there's always something to be celebrating. So I think I'm going to put this snowflake kind of up here, and then we'll trim it. I'll flip it over to trim it. Okay. might be able to put I could put some like right there. Okay, so there probably won't be many surprises for you on the Instagram because I'm just going to do it right now. We got time to hang out, so we're going to hang out and do this, okay? Okay. I did run out a little while ago to enjoy the sun, and I ran down the road to the grocery store. I'm going to push that down a little bit. And they had some very pretty tulips, which are my absolute favorite flowers. Yeah, they had some pretty tulips at the grocery store, so I picked some up. So I'm happy now. I've got some tulips sitting right on my desk. And let's see, kind of trim that little bit off and that little bit off. Yeah, so I'm happy to be sitting by my desk for the next day or so, a couple days. Now they'll last about, they'll probably last about 4 or 5 days, but they are beautiful tulips from Holland, so quite happy to have them. Let's see, we can do that one there. And maybe another one down around here. Okay. That kind of dressed it up a little bit. So let's kind of trim some of that off. I feel like if I get my punch out to do this, it will just make a mess. But I don't know, maybe I'm making a mess. Maybe. Okay, that's not too bad. It should be able to get back on the disc and be happy. All right, look at this. I have one snowflake left on here. So I am going to try and get these little pieces off my fingers. And I'm going to move this. Hopefully I have a spot for it. Yep, on this page. Yep, it can go right there. And accomplishment. We used the whole page. Yay! Well, this one doesn't want to pull out so easy. Okay. Well, ta-da. I got you out, little thing. You weren't happy about it, but it is what it is. Okay, that one's down to... No, that's not. I need that one. Judy, Judy, Judy. Okay. Let's see if we can get this sticker up. What do you think? Okay, got it. So we can put this one back on the disc where it goes. That was our January memories. Ta-da! And then we're going to go over here and work on the February currently page. Okay. So we're going to pull this book again. This is a seasonal sticker book by Catchall Plan. This is a Catchall Plan vertical planner. That's my Catchall planner. And so we are going to pull stickers for February. We've got some boxes that we can put down. Like I said, I usually go, I do this at the beginning of the month, but then I will go back and fill it in towards the end of the month when I kind of figure out what I've been doing all month and where where things what's going on? I used to babysit a little guy when I was younger. The way he said it was always so funny. He'd say, "What's going on?" I'm like, I don't know, child. He was a funny little guy. But, okay. So let's put some decorations around. Okay. I am old enough to remember making mixtapes and having this very problem with my cassette tapes and having to get the pencil out and get it wound back up inside the cassette the right way. And, yeah, a whole lot of issues back in the day. Let's put this bubble gum over here. And maybe we can do, I'm looking for my other weeder tool, but it doesn't seem to be, oh, here it is. Like, where did that go? Here we go. Okay, and we've got, how about some donuts? Who doesn't love donuts? Num num. Okay. What else can we put around? Maybe some of these. And some flowers. Just kind of decorate that up. There we go. And we need to put across the top, we need to put currently, let's do February currently. I think we can get this big one across there. Yeah. We've got plenty of room for it right up in that corner. There we go. Okay, and then maybe a few more. A few more. How about maybe some more flowers? That, we'll just trim that up. Uh-oh. Okay. Gonna have to clean these scissors again today. I think I spend a lot of time cleaning scissors. Let's put that heart up there. Okay. I think we're done with that. So let's decide on some, what do we want to be currently thinking about in February? Let's do cooking because I went to Thailand the first part of February and took quite a few cooking classes. So since I've been home, my poor family's been eating a lot of Thai food. They haven't complained yet, but yeah. So I have been cooking a lot. And then dreaming. Let's do dreaming, because I have been dreaming of more adventures and trying to figure out how many I can squeeze in this year. We can definitely do traveling, because I was traveling to Thailand. And so we'll put down some of my plans while I was there. I did get to swim with some turtles. It was so cool. I was so happy. And there were even some little black-tipped sharks. I don't know, they were probably 2.5 feet down in there. They weren't bothering anybody. I don't know what they were, but yeah, they were just having a good time. But the turtles, they just made my day. I was so excited to be down there with them. So, what else have I been doing? I haven't done much decluttering, that's for sure. Haven't done much of that at all. I've done a lot of planning for my groups that I'm tired of. I'm tired of a lot of things. I don't know if anybody wants to hear about it, but I'm tired of a lot of things. Let's do prepping for it, because I've been prepping plans for a couple of the groups that I admin for. So we've been prepping and getting things on calendars and trying to figure out when things are going to be happening. And some of the things, like we have the Almond Bloom Festival coming up out on the Weinstrasse, which is the wine road out about 45 minutes away from us. And it is contingent on the weather. It is a festival that happens every year for a week. And there's this one road that you can go down, and it's just lined with almond trees, and they bloom almost like cherry blossoms, that really bright pink. And so it is contingent upon the weather, and when the weather is just right for the blooms to be just right, and that's when they have the festival. So we all wait with bated breath on, like, you know, there's a group, and they go out and they check the blossoms every day, and they, you know, report on when they think this is going to be peak bloom season. So we are kind of waiting for that. And then I don't know what I was doing on that page. I need to figure that out. That page needed something. Because, see, the other side of it is my... Oh, you know what? I don't usually put anything on there because this moves month to month. So, like, this is my weather tracker. So it will move into March with me. So I don't decorate it because it doesn't... Like, in a couple of weeks, it won't even... Or a week, it won't even be here anymore. It'll be behind March. So that's why. Okay. So there is the February currently. I will get that filled out, and when I do my flip through, you can see that. But thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you enjoyed watching this or listening to me ramble, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit a like button. Leave me a comment. Let me have it. I'm pretty tough. So, yeah, and I try to respond to everybody. So go ahead and let me know what you think. And I will say choose, because I am going to go enjoy some of that sunshine. Choose.